Happy Monday, everybody. I hope that each one of you had a really great weekend and a happy Easter at home. We are going to start this week off with our new unit. It is Unit 19, and we're going to watch the video of the song first, and then I'll tell you next what to do. All right, so let's find out who our new Super Noodle is.
Golly was playing with us today when something terrible happened. Poor Golly stepped on a piece of glass. The glass was hidden in the grass, and Golly cut his leg. Very, very, very bad. It's very, very, very sad. Out choked Golly, my poor leg is hurt. We ran to see what had happened. On Golly's leg, the cut was bad. It made poor Golly very sad, though Golly is quite brave. I said, Golly, stay where you are. We'll be back in just a minute. So Golly stayed and sat by the bus without a whimper or a fuss, and we ran to get help. Very, very, very bad. It's very, very, very sad. Please help Golly, oh please help Golly, he's hurt himself very badly. Hop in the van and step on the gas, we must get to him very fast, for Golly needs your help. Very, very, very bad. It's very, very, very sad.
So, what happened to Golly? It looks like he got hurt leg or hurt foot. He got a cut. And the Super Kids were very, very sad. But at the end of the song, it looks like Golly was coming out of the vet hospital happy. So we're going to find out what happens to Golly, and hopefully he will be okay. So I want you to go ahead and get out your Super Kid book, and you are going to turn to page 12 in your Super Kid book. It looks like this, with the letter V in the bottom, because V makes the V sound. All right, so go ahead and turn to page 12, and you're going to need a pencil for this page. All right, guys, you should have your Super Kid book out to page 12. And I want you to go ahead and take your pencil, and I want you to trace that uppercase V and the lowercase V. All right, so I'm going to take my pen. I'm going to go down and then back up. And then it's the same thing for the lowercase v, it's just a little bit smaller. I'll teach you the proper way when we do our handwriting page of how that will look. But go ahead and trace that uppercase and lowercase v. All right, so once you've done that, I want you to look at the picture and look. Oh, look, there's my cat again. She's only interested in getting in the video. She is fine whenever I don't have the video out. She wants to be in it. And my daughter's trying to help me move her, and she's not happy about it. That's pretty funny. Sorry, guys. All right, so up here you're going to see the Super Kids have come to the vet because they need help with Golly. Because remember, he got a really bad cut. So up here in the speech balloon, follow along with me, we're going to see what it says. It says, Golly has a bad cut. Help him, help him. Remember, this isn't a question mark at the end. This is that exclamation point. And you put an exclamation point at the end when you say something like, maybe you're excited, or maybe you want to put some emphasis behind a sentence, like you're saying help him. You want them to understand that this is a really big deal. You wouldn't just say help him. You would say, help him, help him. So that's why they're putting that exclamation point behind that. All right, so we're going to look at this picture, and I want you to look and see if you see anything that starts with the V sound. All right, I see up here, who knows what this instrument is called? It's called the violin. Violin starts with the V. So go ahead and circle that violin. All right, now who remembers what this doctor is called? She's the doctor of animals. She's a vet or a veterinarian. So let's go ahead and circle her. She starts with the V sound. All right, I'm still looking. Ooh, I see something over here. What is this? That is called a vase. A vase, and you put flowers in it, and it starts with a V also. All right, I'm still looking. Who knows what this is? It's called a van. So I want you to circle that van. It's got the animal rescue van. All right, I'm still looking. Let's see. Ooh, what about over here? What is he holding? It's a vacuum cleaner. Now, I have a question. Do some of you have a vacuum cleaner that looks like this in your house? Some of you might. They don't really look like this much anymore. But some people still have a vacuum like this because they're easy to carry and you can kind of get in little small places. But that's what a vacuum cleaner used to look like a long time ago. All right, so do we see anything else? Ooh, I see the letter V up here on the van. So I want you to circle that one also. All right. I don't think we see anything else on this page. So go ahead and you're just going to flip your book like a pancake to page 13. All right, so you should now be on page 13, and we're going to work on our handwriting of the letter V. This is a super easy letter because it is just 2 strokes. All you're doing is you're going to start right here on the strawberry line, and you're just going to kind of go at a tiny little bit of an angle down to the chocolate. So you're going to go down, then you're just going to come right back up to the strawberry, up. Super easy. Let's try it again on this one. Down, up. All right, watch me and see if I do it correctly on this one. Ready? How'd I do? Well, I didn't do it correctly. I started on the chocolate and went up, and I was supposed to start on the strawberry and go down. All right, what about this one? How'd I do? Oh, I didn't do very good. I went way past the chocolate and I went into the peanut butter. All right, what about now? I did good on that one. All right, so then when you come down, so you're going to do the uppercase V on the first 2 rows. Now on this row, you are going to do those lowercase V's, and it's the same motion. You're just starting on the vanilla. Okay, so you're just going to go down, up, down, up. Super easy, same exact strokes, just starting on the vanilla. All right, so tell me how I'm doing. How'd I do? Ooh, I didn't do very good. I went way past the vanilla and went all the way up to the strawberry. All right, what about this? How'd I do? Not very good on that one. I started on the vanilla over here, though, and went backwards. That's not right. All right, what about this? How'd I do? Whoa, way too big. And I went in the chocolate. All right, what about now? I did really good on that one. That one looks good. So you are going to do your lowercase V's on these 2 lines. Then on this one, you're going to trace that uppercase V and the lowercase v. Uppercase V, lowercase v. So here's that black dot to tell you where to start. Down, up, and then the black dot right here. Down, up. Then it wants you to trace the word, the vet has a van with a period. And then right here, you write that sentence. The vet has a van. And don't forget that period at the end, okay? So I want you to go ahead and do all of page 13. And then when you're finished, you are going to turn to page 14 in the book. All right, guys, before we move on to pages 14 and 15, we are going to pretend that we have a vacuum. So you're going to take your two fingers. It's kind of like an upside down V. And you're going to pretend with your hand that you're vacuuming, okay? And so I'm going to say some words. And if it begins with the V sound, the letter V, I want you to pretend to vacuum. I want you to go V. But if it doesn't start with a V, I don't want you to do anything, okay? All right, let's see if I can get you. The first word is zoo. Zoo is tricky because it kind of sounds a little bit like zoo, but it's zoo and it starts with a Z. All right, let's try another one. Video. Good. Haircut. Haircut starts with the letter H. All right, what about violet? Starlight. Starlight starts with an S. Okay, let's try another one. Vase. Very. Juice. Juice does not start with a V, it starts with a J. All right, here's our last one. Vegetable. Give me a thumbs up if you like vegetables. All right, so now I want you to go ahead and get your Super Kids book. And you are going to have page 14 right here. Sorry, you can kind of see some of the pen bled through, but anyway, it should look totally clean on your side. But page 14 and 15. So you can leave your book open like this. I hope you can see. But anyway, you can leave it open. You are not going to need a pencil for this one. You are going to need scissors and glue. So go ahead, pause this video so you can get your scissors and your glue together, okay? Okay, so you should have your book open to page 14 and 15. And you'll see over here that there are some empty boxes, and then there are some sentences under the boxes. And then over here on this page, there are some pictures that have some words in the speech balloon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out about Golly's leg, because he got a really bad cut and we want him to be able to get it fixed, okay? So I want you to follow along with me while we read the sentences. All right, so I want you to go ahead and get your finger and put it right up here to the very first box where it says Golly. All right, and I'm gonna read it and I want you to follow along with me. Golly is at the bus. Golly cannot stand. All right, so think, let's go over here to our pictures and let's see, do we see Golly at the bus? And it looks like Golly's having trouble standing. I see it, it's right here. This is the picture. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the next sentence. Right here, the next one, I think it's like a reddish color. Follow along with me. Golly has a bad cut. The vet lifts Golly's leg. Go over here to your pictures and let's see. Ooh, I see the vet. I see the vet right here and I see the vet right here. But the words in the sentence said that Golly had a bad cut. And it looks like right here that the veterinarian is looking at the bad cut. So this one would be telling about this sentence. All right, so now we're gonna look at this sentence, okay? So this one says, the vet puts Golly in the van. All right, so let's go over here to our picture and let's see. I see a picture right here of the vet putting Golly in the van. All right, so that would go right over here to this box. And then our next sentence, our next box, the sentence, I think it's kind of like a greenish color. It says, Sal gets in the van and pats Golly. Okay, I'm gonna look over here and I see Sal got in the van and looks like he's kind of patting or rubbing Golly to kind of tell him that it's gonna be okay. All right, so I wanna read the speech bubbles of each of the pictures. Okay, so let's look right here where the vet put Golly in the van. Look right here where the vet is saying, sit still, Golly. Why do you think Golly's not sitting still? Maybe he's scared, or maybe it hurts or something. So maybe the vet's trying to check out Golly, but Golly's having a hard time sitting still. Let's look over here where Sal is. And look, Sal is saying, rest a bit, Golly. Sal wants Golly to calm down and to rest so that he can get better because they miss their dog. And then down here where the vet finds Golly in the speech balloon, she says, it is a bad cut. Oh goodness, it is a bad cut. And then look up here at the top. What's Golly resting in? Looks like a dog bed with some blankets. If you have a dog at home or a cat at home, do you ever do something like that to your dog? Put your dog in like a little bed and put blankets all over it. That's one of the things my girls love to do to our dog Lucy. They love to put her on some cushions and put pillows all over her, and she just thinks she's quite the princess. All right, but right here it says, Golly rests on a soft bed at the pet hospital. All right, so what I want you to do, now that we've read the sentences and we know where each picture is going to go, I want you to cut out the 4 pictures and you're going to glue them on the box where the sentence that tells about it, okay? So, but before you cut, remember, I want you just to hold that one page that you're cutting. I don't want you to cut your whole book. So you're just gonna hold that one page and you're gonna cut on that green dotted line and then the blue dotted line to cut them out. All right, so go ahead and do that. You can pause right here so you can cut them out. All right, once you have them cut out, now we are gonna figure out where to put them, okay? So I remember this one said Golly is at the bus and Golly cannot stand. Well, I remember this one was him at the bus and he could not stand. So I'm gonna glue this picture right here on this box, the very first box with a little bit of blue in it. Okay, so that's the one about Golly. All right, go ahead and glue that one in. Now remember, you can pause if you need a little bit of extra time, but I'm gonna go on, okay? All right, remember this one says that Golly has a bad cut and he lifts his leg for the vet to look at. All right, so I'm gonna go back over here and I remember it's this one that Golly had a bad cut and the vet's lifting his leg. So I'm gonna come over right here, I'm gonna glue that one into my box because that one tells me about the vet. Okay, go ahead and glue that one in. All right, that next one, I remember that it said the vet puts Golly in the van. Well, that one's this picture, remember? And she's telling him, sit still, Golly. So you're gonna glue this one into this box. Okay, and then that last one is that Sal got in the van and was patting Golly. Remember telling Golly that it's okay, you just need to rest. And that's this one with Sal. Okay, so you're gonna glue that one in. All right, great job on those. And once you're finished with that, you're gonna go ahead and flip the page to page 16. And it does look kind of funny. It's just the top part of the page because remember you cut out those pictures. So all you see is just 6 boxes. All right, and this one's gonna be an audio on the computer, kind of like when we do our audio on the smartboard. So you're gonna need a pencil. All right, so go ahead and get out your pencil so that we can do this one. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on page 16. I'm gonna go ahead and start our audio. So I want you to listen so you know which letter we're gonna circle.
Super Kids Club, Student Book, Unit 19, page 16. Listen carefully and follow my directions. When you hear this sound, your teacher will pause this recording so you have time to mark your answer.
What's going on, Sal?
Yeah, where's Golly?
What happened? Well, Golly and Tack and Hot Rod and I were playing catch in the lot behind the bus, when all of a sudden Golly yelped. We ran over to see what was the matter.
What was it?
Hey, be quiet.
Golly had stepped on a piece of glass and cut his foot.
Oh, no!
Look at the picture of Golly's foot. Golly cut his foot. Foot. Circle the letter for the beginning sound of foot.
All right, so we're looking right here at the picture of Golly's foot. We're trying to circle the letter that foot begins with. Is it the F or the V? Foot. It would be the F. So I want you to go ahead and circle that F on your page for foot. All right, now we're going to move over to the next picture.
Gee, what did you all do?
I was kind of scared at first. I knew Golly couldn't walk with a hurt leg, so I told him to stay where he was. Then I remembered one time Cass and I took her cat Coconut to a special hospital just for pets. We met a doctor there who helped the animals. I think the doctor was called a veterinarian, or maybe it was a vet.
Oh yeah, it's both. I remember when we took Coconut to the vets.
Well, anyway, I figured the vet was the best person to help Golly. So Tack and Hot Rod and I ran to the pet hospital as fast as we could and told the vet all about Golly.
What did the vet do? She said Hot Rod and I should wait at the pet hospital while she and Sal went back to the bus. Sal got to ride in her van. That van is neat. The vet uses it to rescue animals in trouble. That van can go pretty fast.
Look at the picture of the van. The vet rescues animals in the van. Van. Circle the letter for the beginning sound of van.
All right, so we're looking at the picture of the van. Van. Does it start with an F or a V? It starts with a V. Go ahead and circle that V for van. And then we're going to go to the next picture.
What happened when you got back to the bus?
Was Golly okay? The vet looked at Golly's foot. She said it was a bad cut. She was very gentle with Golly, so Golly wasn't scared at all. I helped put Golly in the van. Then the vet said I could ride with Golly in the van to keep him company. The vet is very nice.
Look at the picture of the vet helping Golly. Vet. Circle the letter for the beginning sound of vet.
All right, so now we're looking at this picture, and the word is vet. Is it an F or a V that you hear at the beginning of vet? I hear a V, so circle that V for vet. All right, and then we're going to go down to the next row. You should see some flowers.
When we got to the pet hospital, the vet said we couldn't go into the back part with Golly. That's where all the sick animals were, and we might bother them. So we had to say goodbye to Golly.
Poor Golly.
Yeah, he looked pretty sad and lonely.
I wonder how long he's going to have to stay in the pet hospital. Say, I know what we should do. We should get some presents for Golly. When I was in the hospital to get my tonsils out, my mother brought me some flowers for my room. It was really nice to have some pretty flowers to look at.
That's a great idea, Fritz. Let's get some flowers to give to Golly.
Golly loves to smell flowers. Flowers are sure to cheer him up.
Look at the picture of the flowers. The Super Kids are going to get some flowers for Golly. Flowers. Circle the letter for the beginning sound of flowers.
All right, so we're looking for the beginning sound of flowers. What do you hear at the beginning? I hear an F. So circle the F in flowers and then move over to the next picture.
Let's make something for Golly too.
How about making him something to wear?
Yeah, something really nice. Golly would like something new to wear.
What should we make? A hat? No! How about a red vest? Yeah, a vest. Golly would look super in a vest.
Let's make Golly the best vest ever.
Okay.
Look at the picture of the vest. The Super Kids are going to make a vest for Golly. Vest. Circle the letter for the beginning sound of vest.
All right, so vest. Does it begin with an F or a V? It's a V for vest. Great job. All right, then we're going to go to that last box. Let's see what this one is.
Golly is not the only animal in the pet hospital. There are lots of other animals who are sick and hurt. I bet they'd all like a present.
That's a good idea, Fritz. Let's make presents for all the animals in the pet hospital.
Fred, since it was your idea to make presents, I think you should be in charge. I think you should be the Super Noodle today.
Yeah, Fritz, you be the super noodle. Okay.
Look at the picture of Fritz. Fritz is going to be the Super Noodle. Fritz. Circle the uppercase letter for the beginning sound of Fritz.
All right, so Fritz is going to get to be our Super Noodle. And Fritz begins with what letter? F or V? It's an F. So you're going to circle that uppercase F. Why do we have an uppercase F for Fritz? Because it's the beginning of his name, and we always start our name with an uppercase letter. Great job on that, guys. All right, that's the last thing we're going to do today for this lesson. Tomorrow, we're going to read a story about the pet hospital. Oh, it's super blurry. Sorry. Tomorrow, we're going to read a story about the pet hospital, and I bet we're going to find out exactly what happens with Golly. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day.